what was the process like of landing the role of Monica? Because it's so good to see you with MCU because people have been fan casting you for years as Storm, like for
Oh,
years, like people really wanted to see you in a role, and then Monica just fits perfectly as well. So how was the process like getting the role, and what was going through your mind when you realized it was going to be WandaVision as well?
yeah, it's so funny you talk about fan casting, because fans had also been fan casting me as Monica Rambeau, which
Mm.
is when I first heard of her on Twitter, back when I was on Twitter. They were tagging me and fan casting me in that. So I started to look up who she was and just learn about her story. And then so once I saw that she had entered the MCU as the young girl we met in Captain Marvel, played by Kira Akbar, I was really excited, but you just never know how things could go. I didn't really expect that there would be a grown Black female superhero entering the chat anytime soon. So I kind of let it go. But then when it came around and I ended up getting the role, I'm thrilled, and I'm still thrilled and just grateful and honored for the opportunity to tell Monica Rambeau's story.
One of my favorite episodes of the season so far. It's hard to say because all of them are honestly my favorite, but the 70s inspired one when Monica was like the neighbor next door. Were there any sort of like Black sitcom references did you use for that character? Because I was getting some type of like Walona dropping by from Good Times, things
Well,
like
then
that.
I
That's what I was
did
thinking
my job because that was my main inspiration. Walona, a
about.
little bit of Thelma, but
Mm.
mostly Walona was who I was studying for that time period.
Is there any sort of pressure like being in the MCU because everything is so secretive and like even from week to week, like because everything is the suspense builds from week to week, it's just like you don't know what's gonna happen. And as an actor, how does it feel to be in a series that is so embedded, deeply embedded in the pop culture sphere right now?
I mean, when I joined on, I knew it was MCU. It was a Marvel Studios production, but it also was the Marvel Studios' first foray with Disney Plus into original programming, the show. So I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if it would take on that same sort of um, catch fire effect like MCU movies do. So I didn't know what to expect really. And then when the pandemic hit, you the things you do expect don't even happen or they happen magnified. So I really was like, I don't know. I have fun doing it. We shall see. I can't wait to see it. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. But now that it's here and that the fans are so supportive and so excited, I'm just thrilled to be a part of it.
Yes, yes. And I know you can't talk too much about it, but what are you excited the most about Captain Marvel 2? It's also a reunion of sorts with Nia DaCosta, which we still need to see Candyman, but it's a reunion in there. And then, so many people are reading into the comment by Jimmy about Carol and a few episodes ago, and it's like teasing like the dynamic. So what are you excited most about that movie coming up too?
I'm excited to continue telling Monica's story. I think the creatives here on WandaVision, our head writer Jack Schaefer, Matt Shackman, our director, and Mary Lavanos, our producer, have done such a wonderful job at making sure that Monica is this well-rounded, fully fleshed out character, and that she has a point of view and opinions and passions and ambitions. And so having that much to work with here and knowing that Captain Marvel 2 is on the horizon where I'll get to join Brie Larson and Iman and Nia, who I've already worked with. And I'm so excited for what this means for her being the first Black woman to direct a Marvel Studios film. It's just so many exciting things. And it's been such a wonderful experience here on WandaVision. I'm really looking forward to continuing on this journey.
I thank you so much for talking with me today. And I
Thank
literally
you.
cannot wait until Friday to see a new episode.
Ah, it's another one. Thank
Yes,
you so
thank you.
much,
Yeah.
Trey.
Have a good one.
Bye.